thought this place was finally safe. Turns out I left the door open and something found its way inside. It's time to think about defense, isn't it? Also later on, as you see, I have that very convenient ramp here. It's quite convenient to get out of the water, but it's not that beauty. I wanna have a kind of nice little dock here. I'm pretty much aware that there is no boats or anything like that in Icarus yet, or ever, wherever. But I wanna have a little dock here. The thing is that we limited in size of blocks, so I cannot use half blocks there to kinda make it half down, but I don't think that it's gonna be my problem. And anyways, I wanna solve that later on somehow. For now though, I'm thinking that, yeah, we probably need one more layer of foundations right here, because this ladder that currently is just a piece of wood should be inbound in higher level instead of sticking out. So let's put those. Here we go. Here gonna be a ladder down, which is nice, and there we can cover with walls. But with which walls? That's the question I want to answer right now. Stone wall fortification, yep, exactly that. They don't wanna stick anywhere, and looks like they roughly 2 blocks. Yeah, it's exactly 2 pieces, which is nice. Oof, it looks solid. I like that view. And 2 spiders crawling under the water. Seriously. And crawling, they are actually just running on a full speed. Oh. Those scientists, you know, with their genetic experiments, never reach something good. Oops, I start getting damage. And the part of this problem is probably that my armor is worn out, which should be fixed, but that's the problem of tomorrow's me. Now we have our armor back and should be a lot better protected from that weather. We have one more wall, but it definitely not fit here, which probably not gonna be a huge problem for us, because I have something in mind. That's a castle. It shall have towers. Nice. Now we can have a second floor with ladders and everything we want there, but maybe later on. What I want to do right now is to take a look from outside. Well, it looks not bad. It looks even sufficient, like a tower, a little bit fatty one, but that's fine. That's fine. Oh, wait a second. We wanted an indoor pool here, don't we? Which means we actually should extend our foundations quite a bit. And saying quite a bit, you know, guys, it looks like this little stockpile of stone that I think gonna last to the end of this project will not meet my expectations. And that place is sealed. But what I realized is that I never thought about that place. You know, each time when I'm riding here, I see that this guy is covered with snow a lot less than everybody outside. And that guy is not covered with snow at all. What about these guys? That guy is not covered, but those are. I'm just curious, maybe I can put something on each of these tiles to prevent it from covering with stone. That would be just magnificent. And we're down to only 4 piles of stone. That's not ideal. Okay, with these walls in place, let's put these ones and consider it done. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. How is it possible? What I'm calculating wrong? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. What? Why? And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why I was never trusted with accounting. Somehow 4 goes straight to 6, and apparently 8 now leaves after 9. Anyways, well, these guys take quite forever to build. I got myself a semi-automatic pistol, which is a good stuff, but we don't have ammo for it. And surprisingly, but ammo for it requires gunpowder, so it's producing right now by our nice windmill. Let me show you what we achieved all the way here. We have a bunch of lights that provide us with some coziness and also give a nice view of this place. Now it's real cozy. Now it's real nice. Yeah, like this a lot. The next thing towards our security here, towards our protection, is to have more wolves. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tame more guys like Rover. Okay, with our piston reloaded, I think we actually can start taming process. And we're looking for this one, for which we need carrot. So, some carrot we go. During this long run, looking for carrot, I start thinking that maybe I should grow my own food. Just a little bit, you know, not much. And when I was almost ready to give up, here it is. A bit of carrot for us, and it's gonna be nice to collect it using this guy. And of course, on our way back, I see a bunch of it. Sure, why not? Our old home. It's not in great shape, you know? Not in a great shape at all. And it's gonna be in a worse shape soon. I might return here and try to rescue it, but you know what? We're gonna left it as is. We're gonna left it as a mark of our previous life, because now we're living our better life in that nice castle of us. A bunch of them right there, but I don't think that I can sneak up on that trap without grabbing their attention. And yeah, okay, it's time to check our new weapon, isn't it? Ooh, that was good. I bet they're not gonna go for this bite. Game should spawn somebody new for it. But I might mistaken. Turns out I was very much mistaken, and from here everything went spectacularly wrong. You know what? They fixed it for real. So it's about time to provide it with some food, isn't it? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's better. Whoa. What? You wanna say that it just eaten my bite and didn't catch there, actually? That's unfair. Alright, it's time for a new bed, I guess. You lay here. Don't you run off me. And now we'll wait and watch. Freezing, just as always. And would you look at that? It looks like we've got... What? Trap didn't work again. Why? Should I replace it or what? What's going on here? Okay, I should admit I wasted 2 bites. Okay, that guy don't care at all. It looks like one bite will make it running for a while. But we might have another candidate. Here is that bite right in front of you. Tasty little pieces. And it don't care. You know, guys, this way we might end up being surrounded by bloody wolves. And nobody gonna go and grab that bite. Exactly as I predicted. And we have the same exact situation again. Is that stuff broken somehow on my end, or what's going on? You know what? I'm gonna check on other places. Maybe somewhere it works, somewhere not, because that's bloody annoying. Or maybe the problem is that it's damaged quite a little bit. I don't know, to be honest. Well, I finally glad to introduce you our bodyguards pack. We have Maggie, Maverick, Cooper, and our old boy Rover. Now, to make them real bodyguards, we need to we need to provide them a little bit more experience, because you see, Rover is the only one who has more or less high level, like level 18. Other guys are pretty young, so let's go hunt a little bit. One important thing to have with you when you're trying to train somebody is a bunch of food for them, because we need to heal them, and feeding them is the only way we have currently. Now the idea is to put every one of them on aggressive mode and just have a little bit walkthrough around our base. Don't forget to heal them after each fight. After this one, though, they look fairly fine, but this guy probably needs to be fed, and pet them, of course. Okay, now when they acquired a little bit more levels, we can go and explore this area, a bunch more populated area. Okay, that guy not gonna be an easy fight for our guys, but at least I hope that they get a bunch of experience from that fight. And of course, right in the middle of our experience gathering session, we've got a heavy rain, which is never good in a cold biome. By the way, as you can see, despite being in aggressive mode, they not gonna attack targets who never fight back. Home sweet home. And you know what I think we really should do is to have some like separate pen, some protected area for them, because on the one hand it's great to let them wander free around our base. On the other hand, it's a real pain in the ass trying to collect all of them. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do right now. Okay, I'm gonna use these half walls instead of railings, because they probably gonna stop them better from running away. And here we're gonna have just a simple gates. I hope it's gonna be enough. Now we need to put them some... I'm gonna probably do that in the middle. Let me firstly place these guys like that. And now we need water and the food for them. Probably, yeah, somewhere right here, why not? Nice comfy place for bodyguards. 4 beds, food, water, everything. And it looks like they find some entertainment right in this wall. That's none of my business, so let's leave them as they are. Well, at this moment it feels like our base is much more protected than it was before, and the very last stuff I wanna fix today is, you know, having all these walls are just perfect, but we kinda limited in outside view. We can't see anything around, and that's not great. So I think it would be real nice if we can have some way to walk on these walls, look around, maybe shoot around, and maybe have another layer here on our towers. That would be magnificent. Let's work toward that. Fortunately, we have these reinforced wood walkways, especially for fortification, so I'm gonna just open that. And also we have refined wood platform fortifications. That's an interesting one. We're gonna have this also. Now let's produce some of these walkways and see how it works. Let's try from that outside wall. Yeah, it looks like the highest position works just perfect for us. That's a good one. Now the question is, how can we get on top? Oh, and we have something like that. That looks not as great as I thought it will. Maybe we have other options. Maybe some of these stairs will help us. Let's try probably from this position. Okay, come on, show me the stairs. We just need to have some layer on another floor, and basically another floor for our towers. So let's do that. If we have another floor placed like that, can we now have our way up? We can from this position, for example, and then, yeah, it might be not that easy as I thought it would. What about this way? We can go like this, and not quite like that, because it actually ended up being inside that wall. Wait a second, can't we put it there? Yep, we have our way up now, and it actually fits even here perfectly. Look at that. That's definitely what we're looking for. And now we should be able just put more of this, and then we can look around, see everything. Isn't that magnificent? Okay, now on this wall, can we have walkways? We can. And even fairly easy. For that position though, I'm not sure, because I cannot put that wall wherever I try. I cannot put it higher. You know what? I'm probably gonna left it as is, and maybe think about putting somewhere here, like a ramp or a half ramp. Can we have a half ramp here? That's the question, I believe. Yeah, something like this, but it should be much smoother. And I'm not sure that we can have something like that. Maybe we can get away with just one of those things, because it looks like it's exactly on the first level of everything in a little bit different position, maybe like that. So, oops, here we go. That's a lot better. I'm not sure that we can have something to get from this position to that one. Nope, it doesn't seem to work as intended. We might do something like that, but then we have to jump up and down, which I don't quite like. But you know what? We might have no options. We might have no other options. Looks like that's the stuff that we have to live with. We can navigate here without any problems, but it's just not that beautiful. Alright, let me finish that, and then we'll think about these guys, because I wanna have something interesting here, like maybe half walls, like that, to kinda hide and shot from the distance, you know? Something like that. You see, it cannot even see us. We're always hidden, and that's a great opportunity to use that. And we're running low on our stone storage. Guess what? I'm just curious how many stone it took. And here we have it. Our castle now with all the things done. We have nice protective walls, we have these shooting platforms, we have everything. The only thing we're missing is proper lights on everybody of them, which means we have to go for metal. I could get our bodyguards with us, but you know what? I don't think that it's worth it, because they're not that high level that I can basically not be worried about them, and they kinda slow to keep up with this guy, especially when it moves on a full speed. So we're gonna go on a fast pace today. Our castle looks as a castle already from outside, which I really like. So much for a quiet trip. The Buttworm Welcoming Committee was already on duty. would you look at that? Exotics. And here we have it. Our castle is fully protected, lit up and ready for everything. Now it's gonna be easy to left it behind and go on some missions, expeditions or stuff like that, which is exactly what we're gonna do in the next episode. So see you then!